Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to a brand new chapter. That's right. This is no longer the Delaware Blogger Podcast. I've taken a turn for the awesome and revamped the show entirely for a generation that's anything but retiring. This is Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger. Now, are you over 55 and looking for a podcast that speaks your language? Well, you've come to the right place. Whether you're rocking retirement or still chasing that corner office, Boomers and Beyond is your weekly dose of fun, friendly conversation that's all about things that matter to you. Now, we're going to be diving into lifestyle topics like health and wellness, travel adventures for the young at heart, navigating family dynamics. We're going to talk about adult children too, exploring delicious food options, and of course, finding ways to keep life fun and exciting. Now, each week is going to be like chatting with your best friend over coffee or tea or juice or whatever you prefer. But hey, you won't even have to get out of your pajamas, because we're going to be sharing stories and swapping ideas and tips and maybe even sharing a tear or two, but mostly tears of laughter. And guess what? This show is for you. So if there's a topic that you want to discuss, let me know. Leave a comment. Go to delblogger.com when you see this episode hit the blog and let me know what you'd like me to cover in future episodes. So go grab yourself your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get ready to boom on the Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger Podcast. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Delaware Blogger Podcast. I'm your host, Antionette Blake, and today we're diving into a topic that touches each and every one of us at some point in our lives. Coping with loss, especially in our later years. That's right, we're going to be talking about remembering with love, healing from loss in later life. Losing a loved one is never easy, no matter when it happens. As a matter of fact, on the day that I am pre-recording this podcast episode, I am remembering and honoring and mourning the death of my grandmom, who at the age of 98 passed away on the 1st of May in 2009. Had she lived, she would have been 113 years old. But I know she had a wonderful life. She raised my sister and myself, but not a day goes by that I don't think about her or remember her laugh or smile, the wisdom that she gave me because, she raised me. And it doesn't matter if I'm, 62, 63, or how many more years I have on this earth, I will always remember her. Because as we journey through, our older years, 55 and plus, the experience can feel particularly profound. So that's why today I want to explore how we can remember our loved ones with love and find healing in the process. So, my dear listeners, let's start by acknowledging something important. Grief knows no age limit. Whether we're 25 or 85, the pain of losing someone we hold dear cuts deep. Not only my grandma, but my sister, who was taken from this earth tragically at the age of 29. And that was in 1992, 30 plus years ago. But it's still fresh, but there's something unique about experiencing loss later in life. I was only 31 when she passed. Now we may find ourselves reflecting on the memories that we've shared, the journeys that we've taken together, and the wisdom imparted upon us by those who've passed. And again, speaking of my grandma, she taught me so much. I would not be who I am if it weren't for her. She was 98, and she left a mark on my heart. And even now, all these years later, I can't help but not think about her. I miss her each and every day. Now, perhaps you too have experienced the loss of a loved one later in life. And if so, I want you to know you're not alone, right? That's why I want to talk about this and offer some tips and advice and assistance on dealing with that loss and finding healing in the process, because you'll never get over it. You'll get through the death, but you'll never get over it. So first and foremost, it's vital, it's essential that you give yourself permission to grieve. That's right. Too often we try to push aside our feelings or put on a brave face for the sake of others. But truth be told, grief is natural and it's a necessary part of the healing process. So don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to feel angry or just simply sit with your emotions. Next, think about this. Remember to honor your loved one's memory in whatever way feels right for you, right? Whether it's through creating a scrapbook with those cherished memories, maybe those pictures. With me, I have lots of pictures of my grandma. You could also plant a tree in their honor, get a plaque. I have a plaque in my garden, that Stairway to Heaven quote, sharing stories with family and friends, anything that you can do that you like to do that will keep their spirit alive in your heart. Because I believe, and I'm not questioning anyone else's belief, but I truly believe that their spirit is still with us. Another important aspect of healing from the loss later in life is finding support. You should reach out to friends, other family members, or support groups that can offer comfort and understanding during this difficult time. Sometimes just knowing that there are others there for you can make all the difference. And this may be the case if you lose a spouse or a significant other that has been in your life for as long as your parents were or your grandparents were. And another thing, you might want to consider seeking professional help, right? If you're struggling to cope with your grief, therapists, counselors, grief support specialists can provide valuable guidance and support that'll help you navigate the complexities of this loss. Mental health is important. When I was growing up, you just said pray on it and you just moved on. But no, sometimes you may need to seek professional help. And last but not least, remember, be gentle with yourself throughout this entire process. Healing takes time, and there's no right or wrong way to grieve. So allow yourself to move through the stages of grief at your own pace. And know, brighter days are ahead. There are going to be some tough days. You'll never get over it, but you will get through it. So as I finish up this episode, I want to leave you with one final thought. While the pain of loss may never fully disappear, it is possible to find peace and healing in remembering our loved ones with love. Yes, those pictures, those memories, those things that make you smile while those tears are running down your face. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for joining me today on the Delaware Blogger Podcast. Until the next time, remember, cherish the memories, hold on to the love, and find comfort in the knowledge that our loved ones live on in our hearts forever. This is Antionette Blake signing off. Take care, my friends. I'll see you next week. Well, folks, that's all we have for you today on Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation and maybe even learned something new. Now, remember, if there's a topic that you'd like me to talk about, don't be shy. Leave a comment on the website. When this podcast episode hits Del Blogger, you'll be able to leave a comment, delblogger.com. And even if you have suggestions, I love that too. Hey, I'm also looking for some fantastic sponsors and collaborators who cater to the amazing 55 plus community. So If you're a business owner, have a business or service, and you think it would be a great fit for the show, send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com and we'll get in touch real soon. Again, thanks for joining us on this journey, and I'll see you right back here next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for another exciting episode of Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger. And until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and keep on booming.